You looking at me? Are you looking at me? Oh, it's Friday Night Fights. I'm kidding. Come on. Don't be scared. Mr. Bubba. Mr. Saturday Night. I'm Howie, Mr. Tony Holden. All right, Mr. Saturday Night, where do we go from here?
We got stories. We're hearing some of the great legends of boxing from the sweet science. Let's see, let's pull up somebody from your past. Who's that gentleman right there?
I think everybody in boxing knows Mills Lane.
Mills Lane.
He was a judge, the greatest referee. I mean, he was in the ring when Tyson bit off Holyfield's ears. So many stories. We used to travel together. And I'd bring him on as a guest on my show. And we had a late night talk, and I had convinced him to be a promoter with me. I said, man, if I can have Mills Lane as my partner.
Yeah.
So he left refereeing, and we promoted Prince Nassim Hamed, the MGM Garden.
Oh, yeah.
Marco Antonio Barrera, the fight of the decade. And we had all these fighters, and Mills had a stroke, and it ended everything.
What was Mills like? I mean, he was a very principled guy, I mean, in the ring.
Brutally honest.
Yeah.
The toughest man. I mean, dear God. Talking about Tyson, Mills had no fear of standing up to anybody. It's like, I'd have to argue with him sometimes, and I'm like, one time we were going to a show, and I had a three-piece suit on. He goes, Tony, there's one thing. I won't even sit with you wearing a three-piece suit. So I'd take the vest off and throw it in the trash.
There you go.
I love it.
All right.
All right, what we got, Mr. Saturday Night?
What we got here? Oh, okay, a local tie from the Chiefs.
Not only local, that's the greatest linebacker, in my opinion,
period,
in the history of the NFL, the greatest quarterback center.
Yeah. An amazing individual.
He was a great guy.
Yeah.
He was 24 there,
Thomas.
and we became friends because I used to produce a fishing show back before. That's where I met Tommy Morrison. It was called Virgil Ward. These old timers who know who it was.
Well, of course. Absolutely.
So I had him on, and then my birthday came, and Derrick could go to all my fights. And that photo there, he called me up, and he was going to Florida on his birthday, and I said, I'll take you fishing. So we flew, and God, you saw the fish.
Yeah.
I mean, so we go out that night, and he wants to go to this hole-in-the-wall place, and we leave at midnight, and I had this fancy Excalibur custom car or something, and anyway, we're in the middle of Everglades, and I ran out of gas. And so here we are, walking, he's got these $400 white shoes on, he's bitching at, yelling at me the whole time.
It's all right, it's late night.
Yeah. And no one would pick us up. I mean, who's going to pick up this man?
I'd drive on by, man.
We walked, and so finally this lady picked us up at 3 in the morning and drove us back to Miami. Yeah.
See? It's the story. It's the stories, Bubba. It's the stories.
The life.
You know what I'm saying?
It's incredible.
We all die for stories like this, Mr. Saturday Night.
That's right. Never wear white shoes around this man.
Yeah.
Is
In the Everglades.
In the Everglades. Is a lesson to be learned from that.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to come back. We got more, Mr. Saturday Night. Is that right?
That's right. We got a big one next, so I'll wait till the next commercial breakdown, break it out, because I definitely have to hear stories about the greatest of all time. But we'll wait for just a few minutes. Stay tuned.
There you go. It's Friday Night Fights. In case you didn't know, come on. Now you know. Now you know. Come on, Bubba. Now you know. All right. Let's get it on, man.